So, Mahek, first of all, a warm welcome to GlitzVisionUSA. I hope you are safe and you are taking care of yourself.
Yes, I am very safe. I'm taking very good care of myself because I have ample of time to take care of myself on this lockdown.
Right. Okay, so Mahek, back from Cape Town, and I'm sure Khatron Ki Khiladi would have been an amazing journey for you. But just tell me one thing. I mean, was this first time that Khatron Ki Khiladi was offered to you, or in past also the show was offered to you?
Well, I've not been offered, but it's been in talking terms prior to that. I think also mentally I was not ready because I've seen the show and I was like, you know what, I cannot do that. But this time I was mentally ready for it completely.
Right. And from your side, because we have seen whenever actors participate, especially in such show, they do a lot of, training, there is swimming classes, and then a lot of gymming. Is there any specific preparations which you did before participating in this show?
See, basic things that, when you've seen the show is basic things like, knowing how to swim or, drive a car or like, be little fitness wise. I was thinking yoga, to everything which keeps you calm. But this shows a lot about being in the situation at that moment when how you deal with stress and how you deal with fear and if you get panic in a moment. And these situations are not predictable. I mean, you can't plan it or you can't train so much for it. How to open a lock, basically, everybody knows. But when you're in a situation where there is time consuming and there's animals in between and obstacles and all these things, and that's just something which you have to deal with at that point. So as it's mainly mentally, but it's not so much physically, actually. I thought it would be very physical show and I would be training and I would be working out in my house. But it's completely, I feel it's completely mentally, how strong you are mentally.
Right. And Mac, the best part about this show is that this show is, it's actually, all real. There are no over drama, there are no over emotions. It's all about, adventure and reality. So just tell me, when you said yes to the show, I am very sure you would have something in mind that this would be my journey. And now that the journey has been completed, what do you want to say about your whole Khatron Ke Khiladi journey?
You're sitting at home on a couch and watching a show like this, a lot of times you get a little overconfident because I'm an athletic person. So I'm going to admit there were a lot of times that I saw a few stunts in the previous seasons where I was like, "Ye to main bahut aasani se kar lungi, I'll do this." But then when I was there, the situation, I was like, "Oh my God, it's so high! Don't look down." Then you react in a different way. So there are times now where I sit and think about, oh my God, I faced that animal. Oh my God, I lifted that animal, put it on the side, and I went through wherever I needed to go. So that has made me more fearless. But still, I'm not saying that over all my fears is not. But I've learned one thing that sometimes there's a thing called fear which gets into your mind and it plays with your head. I never actually observed it in this manner. I'm not saying that I didn't have fear and I completely overcame it. There were times that I didn't, but there were times that I did overcome it. And I've kind of learned or understood that, there is a trick in your brain, which is that also, which I never knew about before. So obviously memories of being in all the different stunts and doing them, those memories I'll definitely take with me further in life.
Right. What is that one fear which you believe you have, very successfully at least overcome that, or at least, you are halfway successful for that?
No, I can't tell that. You have to see the show because if I tell you, then there's no suspense. You'll be like, Mahek had this issue and she overcome this and she didn't have this issue, but she failed there.
Yeah.
So that's something that I would rather keep for the show, and I would want actually viewers to, enjoy when they watch the show without me telling them what exactly happened.
Right. Understood. And okay, if it's okay with you, can you tell what was the most, I'm sure all tasks are very difficult, okay? But what was that one task which was extremely difficult for you?
I never thought actually, like there were a few incidents where I was on a height. So I thought maybe that it would be very easy, but it looks easy. As I said, when you're sitting on a couch at home and you're watching TV, you see somebody do that. But when you're actually on that point and you have that thing of letting go, only when you let go, you can jump down from a certain height. So there were times that I felt that was difficult. Yes, I have to admit that.
Right. Okay. Okay. Mac, according to you, who was that one contestant who really surprised you when it comes, performing stunts?
I think definitely the youngest contestant, Anushka. She was amazing. That girl is fearless. She's so mature. This proves very easily that this show has nothing to do with how strong you are or what is your age. It's basically to do with how you, face a situation at that point, and obviously from before also how you mentally prepare yourself before the stunt happens. So she surprised me, and that was a pleasant surprise. It was a really good surprise, and I'm happy to see that she performed so well.
Right, right, right. There were a lot of people with you. I mean, there were a lot of actors with you in this Khatron Ke Khiladi journey. And what we see on all the social media, you people had a great time. Okay. So if anything, if you want to share that, did you know some of these people before and how was bonding with these people?
Well, I didn't know anyone like personally. There are a few of them which I had like a hi and hello with. I met Shweta a couple of times in my life. I met Divyanka once. Arjun I had met a couple of times through some common friends. But then when you spend time together with somebody, you obviously get to know the person. So I connected with Divyanka a lot. I connected with Asta a lot, with Shweta, with Saurabh, with Rahul where they are, with Arjun also a lot. And these are, I mean, everyone is nice, but it's always in life that you connect with some people more than the others. And it was also like pillars who were standing there for me and, encouraging me, not only while the stunt was going on, but also like when we were in the hotel or like जब हम बस में होते थे वापस आते समय उस वक्त भी एक दूसरे से बातचीत करते थे and saying how did you experience this and I don't know why I did this wrong and I should have done this instead, and that's when you get to see that it's not all about competition and the real truth of the other person comes in, because people can stand there and they can be like, I'm not going to vote for this one and I'm not going to encourage that one. But I didn't remember anybody of the contestants being that at all. I mean, you'll see it on the show. Everybody is like encouraging you all the time. But the closeness is obviously with fewer than others. But the fun was there altogether. I mean, going to the location 2 hours in a bus, we are all jumping around in the bus and doing fashion shows and listening to songs and singing and dancing also while the bus is going on. It's not safe. Don't dance in a bus. But we did that sometimes.
Right.
So, but it was a lot of fun. Absolutely right. I think we were all quite happy also to get out of a lockdown after such a long time. So everybody was just, you see a new place, a country outside India. You've finally been able to travel after such a long time. So that happiness is there, and obviously we're very lucky to be in Khatron Ke Khiladi, so we were happy about that too.
Right. But who was it one person who was, like your emotional support? Because sometimes task becomes very draining, mentally and physically.
I think I would definitely, Divyanka.
Right.
Divyanka was always supporting me and always telling me that you can do this. I did this, you did so well, to shade me, So she's very cute, man. She's very mature and she's a very loving person. I really love her. Super girl.
Right. Okay, last few question. How was, whenever an actor does a show, whether it's a reality show, whether it's a fictional show, they have some type of expectations, from that show. What is your expectation when it comes to Khatron Ke Khiladi?
See, basically any reality show you do is something which is us personally, right? Yeah. So it's also not on screen because you see us with makeup and hair and doing our dialogues or whatever. We're playing a character, lalida. But as you get to connect with each and every person and you see how we are with other actors, contestants together, and also not to forget our host, our interaction with that. So I'm glad that, people or viewers are sitting there, they get to know how we are as people. Big Boss and other reality shows are a little different, but this is how you see, like maybe me, I'm, a tall girl, I'm strong, so how I maybe will behave in a situation where I get scared or something, and the viewers get to learn that, maybe I would have also got scared agar main ki jagah hoti. So people can relate to that. So that's a great USP about this show, definitely.
Right. And the second last question is, what has been the most memorable day? Like, if it be one day of Khatron Ke Khiladi, which you will take very close to your heart, what would be that one day?
One day, you mean?
Yeah, one day, or one instance.
I think every time I did pass or I completed my stunt, it's not one day. That happiness comes, and whenever you're happy, you always remember that. So that's throughout the whole show, basically. I can't say it was just one day.
Right. Okay. And Mac, the last question I want to ask you, you have been a part of entertainment industry from a very long time. You have, worked on films and, a lot of mediums. Okay. Now that you look back to your journey, is there anything as an actor which you now wish, you would have done it more? And when it comes to your future, what is that one thing as an actor which we can, yeah.
I think any actor will answer exactly the same answer to that question. See, we actors, we are very greedy. We always want to do different kind of roles and characters that we have never done. And there's so many different kind of stories out there.
Right.
So I can't say, mujhe Sridevi ka jo wo role tha wo film mein, because times have changed. It's more all the characters and all the roles that we play in today's date are more realistic. So, alag topics hote hain that you can maybe say that I wish I would get a topic like that. Anything which is more realistic in today's date. A lot of Indians are living abroad. They are going through a tough time. For example, the whole pandemic which has happened. What did people go through? Agar is pe stories agar banegi abhi, then obviously I will find it very interesting because you can relate to it. We have gone through it. The whole world has gone through it. So new stories and great stories and great characters will be coming up because there are new topics all the time, and I hope to be part of some of them.
Right. Okay. And Mac, on this note, anything which you want to say to your fans, what would be that thing?
Definitely. See, I do love you, and thank you so much for all the love that you guys keep giving me. I do try to interact as much as I can on social media. It's not every day or all the time that we get to, interact with you guys. But do enjoy the show. Do watch the show. And we have done hard work, all of us. So support us and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Mahek, and all the best for Khatron ke Khiladi and for all your upcoming projects. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Hi, this is Divyanka Tripathi Dahiya and you're watching GlitzVision USA. Keep watching.